Get as much education as you can, but even more important than that, get as much experience as you can.
Quarterback position is so deep. I don't know who's going to win the job, but
And if you win your conference now, you're basically automatically in the 12-team playoff, but you can't.
What's up, everybody? Ballard here, checking in. Hope everyone's doing great. We're here, the start of SEC Media Week, or Media Days, whatever they're calling it. It's in Tampa, Florida, by the way. Unfortunately for your boy Ballard, I did not get credentials, but hopefully if they have it there next year, maybe I cover. Who knows? Who knows? But we'll see. Got a couple things to talk about with it. Again, SEC Media Days are here. Let's do blue. Let's do blue. That's purple with the. Nah, that's it. Who's in here? What's up, Daniel Barry? Good to see you, buddy. Happy Monday to you. So it's here. We're kicked off, and this is episode 66 of the Christian Ballard Show. And if I'm being honest, man, I almost canceled yet again. Why? Because I worked all day. I mean, I'm your everyday human, I guess. I'm not special. Nobody really loves me too much, but as my wife sits here laughing, shaking her head, yes. Why? I love you too, honey. No, I'm just joking around. I hope everyone's doing great. Hey, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Love and appreciate you guys. I'd love to get you guys on tonight to talk college football. If you guys have anything, we got a couple people watching already. Probably won't get too big a crowd. I know Mark Rogers has a bunch of his channels going live tonight. He's got the college football show at like 9, but I will drop the link if you guys want to be a part of it. If you're watching this back, you can have it on. I don't care. If you're watching it back, thank you. I love and appreciate you guys for that. I do have a couple media clips. I got two. I got one for Hypel, and then I got one for Venables. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play these clips, and then I'm going to basically address them, kind of. But this was, I think we also had Will Stein, who's the new coach at Kentucky, replacing Mark Stoops. But I got Venables for you, and I got Hypel. Let's start with Hypel. If it'll play.
Kiffin made his return to Knoxville in your first year as a head coach. Things got a bit spicy. Do you think that fan base has kind of cooled off? And what do you expect in November when LSU comes to town?
Certainly hope our fan base hasn't cooled off. So, whether it's the grocery stores being fully stocked with mustard, or our sports stores making sure that they got reinforcements on the golf balls. Hopefully, Knoxville's ready for his arrival.
Well, dang, way to throw shade and fire some shots at Lane Kiffin, Josh Heupel. For those that don't remember, I think it was 2 years ago, he was still at Ole Miss. He goes to Knoxville, and they're throwing mustard bottles at him. They're throwing golf balls at his head. He actually did get hit during an interview and picked it up. It was kind of funny. Thing is, I like Lane Kiffin. I like Heupel, too. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's beat Alabama twice in the last 4 years, but whatever. Is what it is there. What's up, Nate? Good to see you, buddy. But no, I think Heupel, he kind of threw a little bit of shade there at Lane Kiffin from what I heard, but at the same time, I mean, he said we'll welcome him. I mean, look, I don't think there's beef. I don't think there's hate. I think he's just kind of going with the crowd of Tennessee, to be honest. I don't think that's an issue. I think that's what you have to do as the coach of Tennessee. But at the same time, it's like, okay, why not throw a punch here or there? I mean, what's wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So I give credit to Heupel on that comment there. We also have a clip. Brent Venables took the stage for Oklahoma and the Sooners. Let's see what he had to say here.
Texas A&M, one of the teams coming into Norman this year. What you see from their offense and their new offensive coordinator Holman Wiggins. I don't know how much you know, maybe with some of your battles with when he was in Alabama and you at Clemson, but just kind of what you see from him.
I'd say that, and he knows how to win. Coach Elko's not going to hire any duds, and so he'll do a great job. Colin did a wonderful job of establishing who they want to be identity-wise, and tough and physical, create explosive plays in both the run and the pass game, the +1 run game. I think they understand what playing complementary football looks like, and going to be a great challenge. I know they lost a lot of guys up front, but they also signed a bunch of real dudes as well, and so it'd be a line of scrimmage type of game without question, knowing who Coach Elko is and what has been established there.
Good comments from Brent Venables, former defensive coordinator at Clemson. He's now he's been the head coach at Oklahoma. He's beat Alabama twice. He went in and beat us at home last year, beat us in Norman the year before. We got revenge last year, though. Alabama did in the playoffs, but he had some good things to say about Holman Wiggins, who was our former receivers coach, I think is what. I don't know. I just know the name. I knew he was on staff, but I think he did receivers. But anyways, he's kind of talking about Elko there and trip to Texas A&M and everything, which I want to see what date is that on specifically, because that could be a fun game to watch. It's funny too. Remember, Mike Elko was the coach at Duke in the ACC for a while, and then remember, I think he was there for a little while. So I'm assuming. I guess they have history between Duke and Clemson, going head to head for a couple years when Venables was the DC. But yeah, you got Texas A&M right before rivalry weekend. It's in Norman. It's going to be an afternoon kick around 1 o'clock Eastern time. That's just before the Sooners go to Missouri. And then, of course, the Lone Star Showdown with Texas and Texas A&M. And let me double check that for a second. I think that is Kyle Field this year. Yes, it is. And that'll be a night game on Black Friday on November 27th. So, yeah, those will be fun games to watch. I can't wait for that. But it does seem, there were some jabs, a little bit of jokes today. But, I don't know. I don't think there's really much beef between any of the SEC coaches. Now, again, it's only Monday. This lasts until what? Wednesday, Thursday? I think Thursday afternoon. So we'll see if anything comes up, if anyone throws some shade. What about Kirby Smart? Is he asked about Saban and DeBoer in Alabama? Is there going to be beef there? What about the Iron Bowl rivalry? Kalen DeBoer's had a couple years to figure it out. Now you got a new head coach in Alex Golish. I can't wait to hear from him, formerly at USF. He's a hell of a coach. He does an amazing job. And now he's at Auburn. He has this team in front of him. What does he want to do this year? I can't wait to see what he has to say this week, too. And look, I'm an Alabama fan. I'll admit it. But, yeah, I don't really like Auburn. I think hate is a strong word. I hated them as a kid, but I've grown ever since I lived in Alabama. It was like I learned to love all the teams, no matter who they were, in a certain way. To a certain extent, I love Auburn, or I'll say I like Auburn. Like, I hope they have great. I don't want them to lose every single game just because they're my rival. It's just like, I don't know, man. We'll see. They could flip, they could flop, they could turn it all around, or they could crap the bed. We'll see. Dennis Wilson, what's up, buddy? Says the U just stepped up in the building. Dennis Wilson says, what rhymes with boring? To bore. Yes. Nate DeGreat, what's up, man? One of my best friends on here. Says, getting married on a college football Saturday is a 5-star dummy move. Look, I'll do whatever I want with my fiance at our wedding. I agree with you But you have to understand that I am certified by the state of Florida and Alabama and by my wife. I am certified 5-star dummy material. That's why she's with me. You want to add anything, baby? What? No? Plead the fifth? Nate says he's just teasing. I know you are, buddy.
Listen,
It is a 5-star dummy move, though.
to be honest, it was your mom's idea.
It was mom's idea. She's like, what did she say? She said, what's the point of 2027? Like, y'all are like living together already and all this other stuff. Like, just have the wedding already. Like, why are y'all pushing it? And, and we're like, okay, cool. But yeah, Dennis, I've been we've been together since October 8th, and it's just gone. No, well, that was when we went out. We've been talking since last September, so almost a year we've been talking. We met through Facebook dating. So I was fixing to give up on dating altogether, but then I saw her picture, and lo and behold, God had other plans. But but yeah, I'm getting married, man. Where you been, Dennis? Dennis, you used to always be over at Pigskin Pete's channel and everything. Aren't you a Clemson fan? I think you're a Clemson fan. I could be wrong. But oh no, wait. By your comment, you're a Miami fan. But loving the ACC, you're always with Pigskin Pete on his channel and stuff. So um yeah. Sorry to call you a tater. Previous comment tonight was Lane Kiffin is not loyal to any team he goes to. That's yeah, that's fair. Well, he stayed at Tennessee back from like '08 to 2010. He's been at Ole Miss for 3 years. He'll probably stay at LSU for 3 years before he goes to like I don't know whatever Power Four school offers him $1 trillion whatever. Um, Nate the Great says, "Better hope Bama beats Georgia." Then, yeah, yeah. All I can say, because the wedding is going to be on that Saturday, that that Bama plays Georgia in Tuscaloosa, by the way. But it's set to be a night game, and we were going to try to watch the game at night. And I do hope, like you said, Nate, that Bama beats Georgia. Because I'm not taking a loss on my wedding night. That's just unacceptable. I mean, you want to ruin my day on my wedding day? Let Alabama lose a football game. Please. Please let it happen. I will come on here and say every cuss word in the book. Never mind. My wife doesn't approve of that, so rewind what I said and take it back, and love you, honey. Oh my gosh. What's some other stuff we can talk about? What are some I need to find out how like what teams I've done for the SEC preview wise. I don't have I done Oklahoma yet? Speaking of Brent Venables, I don't think I've done Oklahoma, have I? Here we go. Oh, by the way, if y'all have any suggestions for a would you rather topic for the college football season, let me know. I'm trying to come up with more of those, but it's getting kind of hard. Only got 2 so far. Oh, hold on. Nate, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Ballard? How you doing?
Good. How you been?
Been pretty good, but been sick. with a cold in the summer somehow.
Yeah. Not too bad a cold though, right? Like you're still breathing, walking, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just
It's just it's what they call for little kids. It's just the little sniffles, right?
yeah, it's just stuffy.
Did mama kiss you on the forehead, make it go away?
Nah, it didn't work.
He said it didn't work. That's
Uh,
hilarious.
um, but yeah, it's kind of weird having cold in the summer,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, yeah,
I have done. I by the way, to answer my question, I have done Oklahoma this year for a preview. Let me see what I had. I didn't pick specific losses. Oh, I did it with you, Nate. We went 9-3 for him. Remember?
yeah, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that was like a month ago, but yeah, we did it.
I think that's reasonable for them.
My last SEC preview was Missouri,
Oh boy.
and I had pegged them on my own at 7-5.
Yeah,
I'm not too high on them this year. Now, that's not to say anything bad about Drinkwitz. He's a good coach, but I just think they take a step back this year. That's all. It won't hurt them. But
no.
anyway,
And not gonna lie, their stadium looks like a high school stadium compared to Texas. Compared to Texas.
Oklahoma?
No, Missouri's.
Oh, Missouri. Yeah, that's a high school field. Kroger Field too, man. Kroger Field's terrible.
I mean, I'll at least give Missouri this. They're trying to renovate their stadium,
True.
but they have to at least do more than the south end zone. I mean, I know it's about money and stuff, but still.
Yeah.
What would you change about it? Like, would you make it a little bigger, or just the SEC standards?
I would expand it, but in size and capacity.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I wish that was. I don't know if you heard. By the way, speaking of size and capacity,
Mm-hmm.
Penn State is now going to be the new big house of college football, basically the biggest.
Penn State.
Yeah, I think there's an
I
article.
have seen blueprint, not like blueprints, but they put like AI generated like images of what the stadium's going to look like. It
Yeah,
actually looks pretty cool. I'll give them props, but Penn State, I just here's the thing, man. Auburn, I remember Auburn years ago. It was like 2018, and it was before I was on YouTube. I had saw a post or I saw an article and I shared it on Facebook, right?
right.
And it says something about like they were adding more seats and adding a DJ booth and all this light show, other stuff to Auburn at Jordan Hare Stadium. I had made a comment. I shared it on Facebook. I said, "Oh, well, if they can't win on Saturdays, they might as well entertain the fans some other way." I didn't catch heat or nothing for that. That was awesome. But yeah, no, I just don't. I don't get what's up with all these teams like renovating their stadium. Like I get there's a lot of old stadiums that need renovating. I get that. I could get expanding seat capacity, but what's with all the light show gimmicks?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll even admit that Alabama, like it kind of like back when they did it, it's like it was really cool because I thought it was going to be awesome to watch the night games and stuff. And it's really cool to see it in person. I've been to 2 night games, right?
right.
Um, so there's that. But if they came out and said we're adding more night lights or LED lights and all this, if they came out tomorrow and Greg Byrne and everybody said that, I would say, why? I'm like, why? What's the point? Well, like, you win games not with lights, but with, talent and portal.
Right.
I don't care what our stadium looks. I just want to win games, home or away. That's
it,
all I want.
You know what's funny? That Nebraska is planning to
Distracted me. Who am I? Who was I looking for? Who was I going to try to preview tonight? I don't even know.
uh,
Anyway,
anyways, yeah. I forgot what it was, but yeah, Nebraska's going to plan to renovate their stadium too.
yeah.
Not the whole stadium, but I think one side of the stadium is going to be renovated because it's old.
Hmm.
But it's going to be a downside for some reason, which I kind of hate, but still.
Yeah.
I think it's going to make it more louder. I think, but hopefully it does. It kind of looks like the south end of a horseshoe. I'm not saying it's a
Yeah.
horseshoe, uh, but I don't know if you've seen it before. But yeah, it's
Oh,
I like talking about stadium expansions or whatever. But um, yeah,
okay. Yeah. I'm looking at I'm looking at let me see. My team preview. Have we not done a Nebraska one yet this off season?
I don't
I
think
don't have it listed. Have you and I not previewed them yet?
no.
You want to do it tonight?
Sure,
I'll bring it up, man. I don't care.
dude.
Making sure I got all these saved
I
though.
had I had like visions of being not me, but of
Yeah.
Nebraska, Oregon somehow. And I don't
Uh
know be I'm not sure it's going to happen or not, but I had visions. uh, and winning against Indiana, so it's possible. but
yeah.
but I will say this: they have a cupcake non conference
Hmm.
schedule, but they have a
Oh, Nebraska.
yeah, but the conference schedule is a gauntlet if you think about it and when you see it.
Let's see if this keyboard. I got to get my keyboard fixed. I keep using this online keyboard that helps type. It
Yeah,
autofills for me. It knew Nebraska. Let's see if it knows what Cornhusker is. Corn.
that's a good one.
Nope. Nope. Nothing.
Not nothing.
Nothing, dude. Corn husk, but no Cornhusker. Anyway. Anyway. Nebraska Huskers 2026 football season preview. And then I'll back out of this 9-3 Iowa prediction or whatever. Okay. Let's see. We'll change the color to that's about Nebraska red there, right? That's good enough for me.
That's good
It's
enough.
kind of there. Yeah, I'll do it. All right, I'll introduce you a little bit, and we'll talk about their schedule. 3, 2, 1. Ballard Sports Media. Okay. So we're just kind of rambling nonsense and talking sports and college football here at Ballard Sports Media, but we do want to look at maybe one or two teams tonight. Not much. Probably won't be on here all night. We got Nate on here. How you doing, man? And let's get ready for Nebraska in 2026.
Yeah, I would say yeah. Pretty excited for this season, but I'm gonna limit my expectations for it for um, Nebraska. Even though we've been going 7-5 the last 3 seasons, but we get over the hump of some wins. But yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm going to be honest. You might be looking at another 7-5 year, but let's take a look at it here. You got De La Rayola back. You still got Matt Rule as your coach. He's doing amazing. What are some other players? Have you paid attention to any recruiting or transfer portal
yeah.
for Nebraska? What have you seen?
So basically, what we well, I don't well, recruiting sucked this year because we focused on the transfer portal mostly.
Hmm.
But we got a wide receiver from UCLA, which is supposed to be good. I forgot his name, but something Gilmer. That's his last name.
Hmm.
But and we had a transfer from UNLV,
There you go.
Anthony Calandria to replace
The quarterback. Yeah.
quarterback for formerly UNLV to replace
I will say this. I looked it up. You have 17 portal guys. You are 31st in the portal rankings, which isn't too bad for Nebraska. You are behind Florida, USC. Florida State's higher than you.
damn.
What are you doing? UCLA. Dude, UCLA has 42 commits.
Yeah, how that?
That's ridiculous. Y'all only have 17. But anyways, Owen Stoudemire, a defensive lineman from Boston College. Tyke Hayes is a running back from Penn State. Jack Willis, a long snapper from Michigan State. Daniel Kalen from Virginia, quarterback you were talking about there. Um, anyone I notice
Where's
on here, not necessarily.
where's that a wide receiver for
You did get the UNLV guy, Anthony Calandria. UCLA, you got Anthony Jones
I think it's
or Quasi Gilmer.
yeah, Gilmer. Yeah, that's the wide receiver.
He's the wide receiver.
Yeah.
I've heard that name a little.
Yeah.
Victor Evans. Now here's the thing. 17 came in. Guess how many went out?
Probably a lot.
17. So what you lost, I'm not saying by position you made up for it, but depth wise, I mean, to lose 17 but bring 17 guys in, I mean, that's fair enough. That's not bad. You just got to put it on the field. But let's talk about the schedule, man. You open with 3 non-conference games, 2 of them at night, all on Saturdays. One of them was a noon kickoff on September 5th in Ohio. Then you got Bowling Green, then North Dakota, the Fighting Hawks. All of them at home.
Yeah.
Before you go to Michigan State. How do you feel about those first? Well, let's just call it what it is. They're going to win the first 3, but you go to Michigan State, who I looked at the other day, and it wasn't until halfway through the video I'm like, Jonathan Smith's not the head coach anymore. But anyways, Michigan State, I expect them to be a little bit improved. They're borderline bowl eligible this year, I think. Maryland, Indiana, at Oregon. A couple games there, but how do you feel as you guys get into Big Ten play throughout the season?
Like in the middle of the schedule, like between Oregon and Indiana, that's gonna be a pretty hard approach. But I'm pretty sure we could compete for at least maybe the half, until halftime. But I'm worried about second half of this team playing the second half because they have history of not finishing to the final quarter. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough this year. But I think that we could possibly win either 8 or at best, and for at worst probably 5. But I mean,
See, I think for Nebraska, it's if they don't show up this year and they sleepwalk all the way through, at worst, it's 4-8 if they don't show up. If they do show up, this might surprise you. And I'm not one to pick specific losses this year.
right?
You want to take a guess on my official record prediction looking at this schedule?
What?
I'm gonna put you at 8-4. I think that's a good
I think
good
that's
record for you. I don't. I talked about Michigan State the other day. I think I had them 6-6, but I don't really like them against a team like Nebraska. So that's a win. Let's say this: Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota. I'll give you Michigan. I'll give you Maryland. You won your first 5 games. You've done probably half the work here, right?
yeah.
Indiana is going to take a step back, and they probably won't repeat as champs. But if you think Netti is not that coach to keep it going, you're crazy.
I think he
I
is.
don't think you're. I don't think you're going to win those next 2. You're definitely not winning at Oregon. Indiana. I mean, you could keep it close at home, but I think they're going to find a way to win that. So that's 2 losses. Let's count them out. Washington, I'm pretty high on them and Jed Fish. I'm gonna call upset. You're off a bye week and you just lost these 2. I'm gonna call upset there. I think you get Washington,
So 6-2.
and then so yeah. At Illinois, I'm gonna say a loss. That's a Friday night game. I like Illinois this year. I don't know what it is. And then Rutgers is a win. Ohio State's a loss, although we would love to see it happen. um, and
Uh,
then
loss, I
oh
think.
god, I don't know who to pick in this Iowa game, dude. I know it's going to be a baseball score though, like 7-5.
It wasn't. Uh,
Oh
I think
my gosh.
last year, have you seen this last year's score?
No. Let me go back to that.
It's a
Don't
bar.
tell me. I want to see it.
We
This
lost.
is
Like,
Farmageddon, right?
well, I call it farm again, but it basically is. But yeah,
40-16.
yeah.
How the hell you give up 40 to Iowa, dude? What are you
I,
doing?
I was
What
down
are
bad.
you do? You're in a bad way.
Yeah, but yeah,
I got them 8-4 though. Well somewhere between if they mess up, they shouldn't be worse than borderline 6-6.
right.
At
Yeah,
most, though, if they give it everything, I could see 8-4.
yeah.
I
Now,
just don't 100% know the upset.
now, if the let's say if they do somehow go 10-2, which is will be a huge improvement if that happens.
Yeah.
Like if that happens, um, even though Matt Rule has extension through
He'd be Big Ten Coach of the Year.
probably,
Probably national. Who knows?
but yeah, and I think even if that happens, if that happens with if I had picked 2 losses, probably
Hmm.
either. Well, that's kind of tough because we don't know if they're going to be 10-2 yet. But if I pick for Nebraska for 10-2 or 2
Hmm.
losses, either Oregon and in between Ohio State. So
Hmm.
I'm probably going to lean more Ohio State Oregon if that happened, if 10-2 happened.
Yeah.
But that would be awesome, though. I mean, for the
Here's
fans.
the, you know how funny it would be though.
What?
Like Ohio State comes to town. You realize that's right before Ohio State plays Michigan.
Yeah.
How funny would it be? Now let me see. Let me double check. Is that at the big house this year?
You know, it's not the
No, it's in Okay, it's in Columbus, but that's never stopped Michigan from cheating and finding a way. But anyways, um, what they they play they play Oregon November 7th. They
yeah.
play Northwestern November 14th, and then they go to U, and then they come back home. They host Michigan. But how funny would it be? How funny would it be if if Nebraska upset them and then Michigan got them into Columbus. Not to mention, if it's based on my prediction, they already have a loss at Texas week 2. You're
Oh,
talking about a 9-3 Ohio State. Is that possible, do you think?
I think anything is possible. Yeah, I mean, I think that's possible, but
That would be funny.
that would be funny. Yeah, it would probably be the
Yeah.
first time in a while that Ohio State might be not in the playoffs.
12-team playoffs. Where's Ohio State? Nowhere to be found. Well, same thing was said for Alabama a couple years ago. Deal with it. Deal
Yeah,
with it.
imagine imagine like Ohio State gets the Bama treatment where they should not be in the playoffs when they're still in the playoffs, and they got
Yeah.
some spot. Wow. Um, but yeah, I think that could be that would be hilarious too. But I
Yeah.
mean, we'll see. We'll pan out. We'll find out on the field. If
hmm
Columbia turns out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, well, what else? What else Nebraska has to lose? Um,
True.
because 5-star dummy Riola left to Oregon and be a third string starter.
Yeah.
Should have done that. I would say
hmm
I actually saw the spring train or the spring game for Nebraska.
I did not.
Anthony Calandria looked pretty mobile than Raiola did. And he also throw pretty far.
Yeah.
So it's basically a dual threat, I think. I don't know. But yeah. Um but yeah, that's for my prediction being 4. But
hmm
now would you look up hold on, let me think of it. Would you look up the like the article or some article that says Penn State's going to be the new biggest stadium in college football?
I think I saw that somewhere,
Read,
but
read
I
it.
could try to find that. Let me see.
I think what I think it is. I think Penn State's trying to flex on Michigan. Why?
And Ohio State. I think Michigan and Ohio State have the 2 biggest in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and it'll be Penn State now and Michigan, Ohio State. Yeah.
West Shore home field at Beaver Stadium is what they're renaming it. What?
Oh damn.
Oh, I found it, Nate. Hold on, buddy. This is from Nittany Lions Wire from USA Today. It was
Yeah.
put out June 28th of this year. Like, it hasn't even been a month since this was posted. Hold on.
Look at this cheat.
We'll look at this real quick, and then I do have to get off. But let's look at this. Beaver Stadium held less than 50,000 people when it opened in 1960, but frequent renovations and expansion have added more than 60,000 seats since, bringing the capacity just over 106,000, which is actually really close to Michigan, which is 107,500, right?
Yeah.
Now, what it is this fall is it's trying to get up to 109,000 people,
See, I
which
think
would make it the largest. That's if they can fill it. Which at that whiteout game, dude, Penn State fan, they don't back down. Not to get into Florida talk or Tom Petty, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They'll show up. They'll show up.
but the
But
last
yeah, they're
the last
trying to break
whiteout,
records.
yeah, the last whiteout they lost to Oregon at home.
That was this past year. Yeah,
It's kind of funny.
yeah.
But if you see that scoreboard says today's average attendance 111,030 people or something like that.
hmm I want
And
to see where that was though. Does that say? Let me see. It doesn't say when that photo was. It's from Mikey DeAngelis of Onward State.
from experience, Michigan State, well, not a state, a state. Michigan Stadium exceeds that if they wanted to. Like and plus they're already having talks about expanding the big house just to flex on Penn State. Um,
If they do that, I have no respect for Michigan after that. If they do that, not because of flexing on Penn State, but how much bigger could the big house get, dude?
why you have no respect for Michigan that you want the
It's stupid.
well? I mean, you kind of said before you want more capacity, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I'm not against or for it. I just really don't care. I mean, I think it's a good stadium. I've been there before, but an atmosphere is pretty cool. But
I'm gonna try. I got some family up in State College, but I think even if it was just me or whatever, I gotta get up there for a game or just to check it out. I gotta look into planning something like that in a couple years.
yeah, just do what college gaming does, like the
Just travel,
yeah,
do a stadium tour.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great, dude. You know how big that would blow up on my channel? A stadium tour.
yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I like that idea.
Now,
I'll have to go back though. I'll have to go back and do Bryant Denny because I didn't do a stadium tour for that. But I have done 3 games.
now, yeah. Well, you said you have to probably go in a minute, but yeah. And next time we go live stream or go
Yeah.
live, maybe you can pull up a map, not right away, but like maybe at some point in the stream, you can pull up a map and see, search up the like college football theme tour, something like that. Like,
hmm
and you can go in order or something. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
about the 5, but if you want to,
Yeah.
imagine going to Akron.
I want to definitely visit all of the SEC. And then I'm starting to come around on like wanting to see Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. So Big Ten might be next.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, Nebraska, even though they've been down bad in the past decade now, they
Yeah.
still have a pretty good experience for visitors per game.
Yep.
But yeah, that's if you do come down here sometime in the future.
Yeah, we've talked about it, buddy, but I'm gonna try to see. I might give it a couple years. Let me get through this wedding and everything and see how it goes. And
Yeah,
yeah, give me some time.
I know. I just kind of said that. Yeah, congrats on
hmm
that again on the wedding and stuff.
Thanks.
Even though it's on a Saturday, but still congrats.
Hey, it's not the most. Listen, we almost put it on the third Saturday of October, which I told her. I said,
Yeah, no doubt.
now you're pushing it.
But
That's,
you-
I'd be like, yeah, you may now kiss the bride. It'd be like, victory cigar me, please.
all right, you
We
guys.
have cigars at our wedding, baby.
Uh,
She's shooting me a look, Nate.
oh boy. Uh, you guys have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off here actually, but I appreciate you stopping by, Nate. I love you, buddy, and I appreciate you.
All right, see you about.
Yeah. All right. Love all you guys out there. Thanks for watching. We're gonna get out of here and I'm gonna get some rest tonight. But y'all are amazing. Keep up, just keep showing up. I'll keep posting and everything like that. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe if you're new. I love y'all. God bless, and we'll see you next time.